Best NBA players by ABC order. Starting with A, it's obvious, you already know, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards has been going crazy lately, averaging 30 per game and leading the league in three-pointers. Although he hasn't been to a finals yet, he's still been dominating the playoffs ever since he's been in them. He's been knocking out everybody and has made the conference finals back-to-back and is a top 5 player in the league overall, honestly. Moving on, we got B, Bam Adebayo. Bam is a top 5 center who made multiple all-star appearances. He's definitely better than any other NBA player whose name starts with a B. Bam Adebayo has been consistent for the past years and has made 2 finals appearances. Moving on to C, Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham has been balling out lately and led the Pistons from a poverty to a playoff team. He took the Pistons from 14 to 44 wins. Moving on to D, we got Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is a top 5 shooting guard in the league and also has multiple all-star appearances. Donovan Mitchell took the Cleveland Cavaliers in first place back-to-back, but unfortunately couldn't get the job done in the playoffs. However, by far, he's still the best player with the first name that starts with a D. Moving on to D, we got E. We got another Cleveland Cavalier, and it's Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is one of the most underrated players in the league. He made the all-time second team, averaging 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, and is a top 8-10 power forward in the league. Moving on into F, Fred VanVleet. There wasn't that many NBA players that the first name start with an F that are very good, but one of the only players is Fred VanVleet. Consistent player, been a role player most of his career, but finally started on the Rockets, averaging 14 points, 5.6 assists, and 3.7 rebounds per game. Moving on to G, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has been the best power forward in the league alongside Anthony Davis the past 6 years. Giannis is a 2-time MVP, currently still a top 5 power forward, and won a finals in 2021. One of the most athletic players in the NBA. Giannis hasn't been slowing down whatsoever. Moving on to H, Herbert Jones. Herbert Jones is known for his elite defense. He made the all-time first-team defense in 2023 through 24. He can almost guard any player in the league and has a long wingspan. There's not many NBA players that his first name start with the letter H, but between him and Harrison Barnes, he's currently the best player with the first name that starts with a H. Moving on to I, Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart has an important role on the Detroit Pistons. Despite him being a hothead and fighting people all the time, he's known for his lockdown defense. He's a very physical player and occasionally gets used for offense. He's a pretty good big at putting it up. His field goal percentage is 55%. It was between him and Isaac Okoro, and Isaiah Stewart has a bigger role and is more important to his team and has been more consistent. Therefore, he wins. Moving on to J, Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is an MVP winner and is a top 2 center in the NBA. There's a lot of NBA players' names that start with a J that are pretty solid, but Joel Embiid is the best one out of all of them. He is 7 foot with guard skills and IQ and has been a top center for the past 6 years. Moving on to K, we got King James. I'm joking. Moving on to K, we got Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, arguably the best scorer of all time. He's past his prime, but he's still a threat to the league and is still good. He's also a top small forward in the NBA. Not as good as he used to, but he's putting up numbers, which is why he's on the list for K. Moving on to L, Luka Doncic. Luka can play 3 positions, and despite his trash defense, he's a great all-around NBA player. He can shoot, he can dribble, he has great IQ, can grab rebounds, elite playmaking, and is a top 5 overall NBA player in the league. Moving on to M, Michael Porter Jr. It was close between him and Mikal Bridges, but I'm gonna give the upper hand to Michael Porter because he's someone you can count on more, and he's improved a lot drastically throughout the season. So has Mikal Bridges, but Michael Porter is just somebody that you can really count on. Michael Porter Jr. is a very elite shooter and can pull up from deep, which won him a championship. He's also more efficient than Mikal Bridges. Moving on to N, Nikola Jokic. Jokic is a generational NBA player. We haven't seen a big man that plays like him ever. Jokic has been getting compared to Shaq, although Shaq is still way better. The fact that Jokic is even in that conversation is insane. Him and SGA so far have been the face of the NBA the past 2 years and have been battling over the MVP. Not too much to say, we know who Jokic is. Moving on to Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin has improved also like most of these other players, and there's not many NBA players' first names that start off with O that are very good, but he's definitely the top choice. He is currently the sixth man for the Indiana Pacers, but has been playing like a starter and much better than when he was on the Knicks. He was known for dunking, but has gotten better at shooting and is a very explosive player. Moving on to P, Pascal Siakam. Paul George didn't make this list because he's been playing like this whole year and is not good at Philly, and Pascal Siakam is currently in his prime and is part of the big three in the Indiana Pacers, helped Tyrese Haliburton take them to the finals. Pascal Siakam is a decent two-way player and is very efficient in scoring. Moving on to Q, Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes is the only player in the NBA whose first name starts with a Q. Everyone else is a free agent. Quentin Grimes is a solid player for the Philadelphia 76ers. He started in multiple games and averages 21.9 points per game. Moving on to RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett is a versatile and all-around NBA player. This is what makes him who he is. He's great at scoring, defense, and is a great leader. Although he isn't elite, he's still very efficient and a solid player. Definitely not a role player, but he's getting to the elite category and is definitely better than any other player whose name starts with an R. Moving on to SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA has won the MVP for this season. He's been having a breakout season the past 3.5 years. SGA is a top 2 NBA player. He won MVP and made the NBA Finals in the same year and is on the path to become the best OKC Thunder of all time. Moving on to Tyrese Haliburton. Tyrese Haliburton has been going crazy the past 2 years also and has took the Pacers to a finals. He even made a conference finals back-to-back, which was last season and this season. Tyrese Haliburton is one of the most clutch players currently in the NBA. Once Tyrese Haliburton left the Kings, he reached his full potential and became who he is right now. And he's not even in his prime yet. There is no NBA players whose first name starts with a U, so we'll be moving on to V. Victor Wembanyama. Wemby is gonna be the next face of the NBA. He is definitely the guy, as of Michael Jordan was in the 90s, Kobe and AI in the 2000s, and LeBron in the 10s. The future will be Wemby. Wemby has crazy potential, standing at 7'3" with crazy guard skills. Wemby is also an elite defender and great at being a rim protector. Wemby was already the next big thing before he even came into the NBA. He's won Rookie of the Year in 2023, was the first rookie with 1,500 points, 250 plus assists and rebounds. Wemby's already put the league in notice, and really soon he'll stamp himself as the face of the NBA. Moving on to W, Wendell Carter Jr. There's not many players' first names that start with a W. Wendell Carter Jr. is one of the only ones that has a first name that starts with the letter W. He's a role player for the Magic, only averaging 9 points per game, but he has a great IQ and is a team guy. Moving on to X, Xavier Tillman. Xavier Tillman is one of the only NBA players whose name starts with an X. He is a role player with very low and bad stats, averaging 1 point per game, shooting 24%. There is no NBA player whose name starts with a Y currently, so we'll be moving on to the last one, Z, Zion Williamson. Everybody knows this, but Zion was supposed to be the face of the league at one point, but didn't reach up to the hype, but is currently the best NBA player whose first name starts with a Z. Zion's career has been a zigzag in the NBA so far, but he can still put up numbers, averaging 24.6 points per game. And that is it. That's best NBA players by ABC order. I'll try to upload every week. I'll have an NFL version of this coming next. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.